All right, here we are on numbers 32 through 45 of the video answer key for the study guide for Unit 5. So starting with number 32, it says solve each equation. You must show your work, circle your answer. So we're going to show inverse or opposite operations on both sides of the equal sign. That eliminates over here. And 16 minus 8 and 5/10 is 7 and 5/10. 105 equals j minus 15. We want to isolate the j. The opposite of subtracting 15 is adding 15, so we're adding 15 to both sides. Eliminate it over here. 105 plus 15 is 120, is equal to j. (36) equals 4 times x. We want to isolate x. We're going to divide both sides by 4 in order to do that. These two eliminate each other. 36 divided by 4 is 9, so our x is equal to 9. M minus 7/10 equals 4/5. I want to isolate m by adding 7/10 to both sides. Eliminate it over here. 4/5 changed into tenths is 8/10. Multiply top and bottom by 2 to get 8/10. M is equal to 15/10. That's an improper fraction. 10 divides into 15 once with 5 left over. Denominator stays the same. 5/10 can be reduced by dividing top and bottom by 5, and so that is 1 and 1/2. 5/6 times h equals 35. We want to get h all by itself. I'm going to divide both sides by 5/6, which means I'm going to multiply by 6 over 5. This is gone. H is equal to 42 over 1, which of course is 42. W divided by 14, we need to multiply 14, is the opposite of dividing by 14. W equals 7 times 14 is 98. All right, down on the bottom. Ted bought P pizzas. Well, let's read the directions first. For each problem, define the variable, write an equation for the situation, and then solve it. Ted bought P pizzas for his birthday party at $9 per pizza and spent $126. Define the variable, write an equation, and solve. So he bought P pizzas. So P is equal to the number of pizzas purchased We know that he paid $9 for every pizza, so that's 9 times P, 9 times each pizza, and we know that he spent a total of $126. So if we take 9 times P equals 126 and solve for P, we'll divide both sides by 9, and P is going to equal 126 divided by 9 is 14. So he bought 14 pizzas. Don't forget to label. You plan to buy a skateboard 12 weeks from now. If the skateboard costs $114, how much money, M, must you save each week in order to buy it? Define the variable M, write an equation, and solve. So M is the amount of money that we need to save each week. So if we take the amount of money that we're going to save each week and multiply it by 12, we want to end up with $114 so that we can buy our skateboard. So if we solve that equation, 12 times M equals 114, divide both sides by 12, and we find out that M is $9.50. It comes out 9.5, but we know that that's $9.50. So we need to save $9.50 each week so that we can have $114 at the end of 12 weeks. All right, we're going to graph each inequality on the number line, moving into inequalities here. And just a couple of reminders. If we don't have the little half of an equal sign under here, it's an open dot. The number that we need to have on our number line is 15. I usually like to put those in the middle. And if our variable is on the left-hand side, the inequality symbol shows us points the way that the arrow should go in our answer. So let's go ahead and do this. So we've got 15. It's no half an equal sign, so it's an open. Now go ahead and fill in my other numbers. pointing to the numbers greater than 15. And sure enough, this says x is greater than 15. Check. Is 16 greater than 15? It is. Over here, we do have the little half of equal sign. That means it's a enclosed circle. So I'm going to close it. Fill in my number line. This says x is greater than or equal to 7. That means every value I put in for x needs to be greater than or equal to 7. We'll close the dot at 7, so 7 does work. And again, the inequality is pointing to the numbers greater than 7. And so we want to choose numbers greater than 7. Then we test ourselves. Is 8 greater than 7? It is. Is 9 greater than 7? It is. All right. Now, in our last one, we don't have the variable on the left-hand side, so we're just going to flip that all over. We're going to move x over here, keep the wider mouth pointed towards x, and the narrower part of the inequality symbol pointed towards 10. So it's like if I would just pick it up and flip it over. So x is greater than 10. We need 10 on our number line. That's our magic number. And this tells us that x is going to be numbers greater than 10. There's no little half an equal sign under here, so it's an open dot. And we want the numbers greater than 10 again. So we'll check it out. Is 11 greater than 10? It is, so we're in good shape. All right, now we have to go back the other way. We're given a graph, and we need to determine the inequality from this graph. So we've got an open circle, and we know that it's above 5, so 5 is our magic number, and we know that we want the values greater than 5. So 5 is going to be less than all of our values for the variable. So x is greater than 5. The line is greater than 5. X stands in for the line. Over here, magic number is 85. Closed a dot, so we know we need the little half of an equal sign. We have the numbers that are less than. So in this case, 85 is going to be greater than the numbers we can put in for our variable. So we're showing numbers less than or equal to 85. And over here, 31 is our magic number. That needs to appear here. And we see that it's open, so we're no little half of an equal sign, and we have the numbers that are less than 30 for our variable, so 31 is going to be greater than all of the other numbers, so it gets the wider mouth, and so x is less than 31. Again, we can go back and check this. Is 30 less than 31? Yep. Is 84 less than 85? Yep. Is 6 greater than 5? Yes, so we've done all of those right. All right, tune into the next video for the last page of our study guide.